Hello, my friend. It is my favorite time of the month. It is favorites and fails time where I count down from the worst product I tried all the way up to the best product I tried this month. And we've got some interesting things in here. So if you're interested in seeing what I've been trying, what I've been hating, what I've been loving, and everything in between, hang tight. We're getting into it right now. As you know, if you've been watching these for a while, I do have a hashtag not sponsored feature in all of my favorites and fails videos. And this month I did want to highlight my collaboration with Candles by Victoria, which is still going on. 10% of sales does go to Baltimore Highlands Elementary School, which is a school that I used to teach at. It's a low income school and they have been so appreciative of the donation so far. We've been able to donate over $4,000. They've been doing some wonderful things so far, such as paying down student lunch debt. They've been investing in programs for kids with disabilities. They've been investing in programs for struggling learners. They've been investing in programs for kids with behavioral challenges, winter coats for kids that do not come to school prepared with winter coats. As you know, winter coats can be quite expensive. So that is something that they can also use the money for, which I'm really, really excited about because nothing is sadder than seeing a kid being so cold because their parents just literally cannot afford a winter coat for them. So that's where the money is going. And also 5% of the sales do go to support my channel. But I do want to give you a little bit of guidance as far as some of my favorite candles on her website, just very quickly. So this one is one of the collaboration candles that we did. This one is called Dutch Apple Pie and it smells just like fresh apple pie straight out of the oven. You've got the little crumb crust on top with the little apple slices and then your little ice cream scoop drizzled with caramel. It's just so cute. If you're looking for a teacher gift for the holidays, this one is fantastic. It smells like fresh cut apples, where this one's more apple pie, cinnamony. This one's more like apples. It smells amazing. So it's very teachery themed. This one's called Teacher's Pet. Absolutely love that one as well. I also purchased 2 candles to show you because I burned all my holiday candles last year. So I needed to refresh on those. And I don't want to burn my clad candles because I'm too sentimental. So this one here is called Caramel Gingered Apple Crisp. It smells a lot like this one, almost exactly the same, but this one is a little bit creamier where this one's a little bit spicier. So this one has the sliced apples inside and this one smells amazing. But this one right here is the one that I was most excited about getting. This one is specifically Christmas themed. It's got the little gingerbread guys and the little rolling pins and it is so cute. This one is called Baking with Mrs. Claus and I'm gonna go ahead and read the description because my short-term memory is not good. And she describes it much better than I could just by smelling it. So her description says Mrs. Claus is busy cooking up yummy goodies in her kitchen. Top notes of pumpkin, pecans, and maple. Middle notes of mulberry, cranberry, and spice jams. And it really does smell like Christmas in a jar. And it's absolutely adorable. And one thing I love about her candles is that when you get the box, if you get like within a foot of the box, you can smell the scents of the candles radiating out of the box. That's how strongly fragranced these are. So if you are sensitive to scents, if you do not like strong fragrances, so they give you a headache, I honestly would not recommend these candles. And also if you live in a very small space, they may be a little intense for a small, small apartment, something like that, because the scent is extremely strong. They scent up my entire first and second floor of my house when I burn these. I mean, they're amazing. I will put that link in the video description down below and you'll know that you're in the right place and you've clicked the right link. When you look at the end of the URL, it'll say tracking equals Jen and you know that you've got it. You don't have to enter any codes or anything. From there on, anything you purchase, the 10% will go toward Baltimore Highlands Elementary and then 5% for the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the worst product that I tried in the month of October. So technically, I have been trying this for a little while. I did buy this in June and have been really trying to work with it, and it is still not working for me. This is the Zodiac Gemini palette by BH Cosmetics. They came out with one of these for each of the astrological signs, and I really thought this was cute. When I saw it, I was like, oh, I could use that. It's Gemini. I'm real proud of my Gemini-ness. I wear my Gemini ring 24 hours a day for like the past 6 years. So I really wanted to get this. And I have to tell you, I'm very, very disappointed in it. The shadows are very powdery. They blend away. It's not the worst palette I've ever used, but it's pretty stinking bad. For my personal taste, I like my eyeshadows to be very pigmented, very bold. If you like really natural looks, you may like it more than me, but the blending away part I think is annoying probably for pretty much any consumer consumer, that you have to, when you put on the color and you blend it a little bit, then it like fades away, and then you gotta put a little more on and blend a little more. It's just horribly annoying. The best shade I feel like in here is this middle shade right here. That one's really fun to play with and doesn't blend away quite as easily. But again, it's not gonna give you any kind of poppy, pigmented kind of look. I've heard great things about people loving BH Cosmetics over the past year or two. Haven't tried much from them, and unfortunately this palette did let me down. Number 9 is another product I've been trying for a bit, and it's not bad. It's just tricky to work with. It is the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow. I really want to like this. When I say it's a little tricky to work with, you really just need to make sure that there's no product clumped up on the brush, because if it is, it's going to clump up on your brows and it's going to make a huge, huge, huge mess. You have to brush very, very lightly into the brow, but the big thing I hate about this is the stickiness of it. It just feels very heavy on the brow, especially if you in any way touch your brows. It just feels like a straight up glue stick, and we talked about this in a video recently when I put it on camera. It just feels awful on the brows, and it doesn't look very good. So I don't think I'm going to be using this anymore. I really didn't enjoy it. It's a product that's not bad, it's just not great for me. This is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer, and I did show this again in that same video. I'll link that down below for you. Super volume with super fruits. I definitely wouldn't say this gives me super volume. The point of this is to make your lashes volumized and lengthen before you apply your mascara. The brush is great. It applies it very nicely, but it just doesn't give enough oomph in order to make it worth it to purchase for me. Now, this was sent to me in PR. This was sent to me in PR as well, but I really just don't think it's worth a purchase, even at I think it's only like $4.99. Unless you already have really long lashes, then you may see more of an effect than I do with my little short stubby lashes. I'm wearing fake ones today. It's just not worth it. If you're looking for a more affordable lash primer, the one from Milani I've been raving about, it's called the Violet one. It's called the Violet one. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember. It's really not the Lord. But yeah, I like that one so much better. This one's just okay. I was pulling out products for this video, and I was actually surprised at how low down this product is, because I really do like it. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. It is a fantastic face powder. It is wonderful. It works great, but the price point is outrageous. You can get a product that does pretty much this exact same thing for half the cost. What you're really paying for here is the Charlotte Tilbury name, the very pretty packaging, and it's really just, it's a really nice powder. But there's comparable things at a lower price point, definitely. The other thing I don't like about this is the shade range is absolutely atrocious for it. This is actually the medium one, and I'm relatively light, and this one works great for me. So the shade range is also awful on this, which brought it down in my rankings. So functional, great, overpriced, terrible shade range. That's why it's down so low. Next up, also sent in PR, this is the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in the shade Lit. This is another beautiful, beautiful product. Reminds me a lot of the Balm's Mary Luminizer, a lot of that. It is a very, very shiny from space highlighter. Like, it is just super, super glowy. So if you're looking for that, this is a great option. Again, the price point is insane for this. Hello, editing Jen here. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, so when I filmed this, I really thought that this was at like a $38 price point. So that's why I said it was really overpriced, but it's not. It's actually quite a bit less than that. So looking back on this, sitting here watching this, I wish this product was up a lot higher. Like, this should have been at like number 4, because it really is a really good highlighter. And I definitely like this more than the next product, and maybe even more than the next product. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Just know this is a really, really good highlighter. It definitely doesn't deserve to be as low as it is, and I couldn't just let it go. I had to come in right now and let you know that was my mistake. Let's get back to the video. I mean, it's gonna last you a really, really long time. So if you do see a shade in their collection that's calling to you, I definitely recommend it if you're willing to spend that much money. But again, I feel like you can get this at a lower price point, and it's good, but it's just so stinking expensive. So that's why it's so low, but it is really a good product. Instead of me saying the PR thing over and over again, all of these things were sent in PR except for the very last product I'm going to show you. So these were sent in PR. These are the Juvia's Place new sticks. They're meant for contouring and highlighting, color correcting, things like that, brightening. I did try them as a foundation stick and I really didn't like it. It caked up in my fine lines and wrinkles. It was kind of a hot mess. I do love this for highlighting. I'm using the shade Luxor for highlighting, and this is a matte highlight. The idea of it is really to bring an area of your face forward and not to give you shine. It's kind of the way that highlighting used to be before we got all shiny with it. Getting shiny with it, no, that was bad. Okay, all right. Moving on. Lasting power on these are really, really great. I have no problem with them lasting on me all day. Now, they did not send me the entire range of deep shades, which I was actually very thankful for because I don't want to, have a plethora of things that won't work for me. This is the shade Guinea, and I am wearing it on my face today, and you can see how orange it is. I was really hoping for, if they're marketing something as contour, to have a more cool-toned option. The two shades they sent me, I'll put the name of the other one somewhere so that you can see the name of that one. That one was a little bit lighter than this, but equally as warm. And you can see, like, I tried to rub it in because it was more bronzery rather than contoury, and I am not that good at bronzing. And I don't have a super warm skin tone, so this didn't work for me for that, but they blend out beautifully. They're very easy to use. They have a great shade range. Shade range is amazing, from very, very, very fair all the way to very, very deep. So that's why they're kind of in the middle, is that I just wish that these were more of a contour kind of shade for me personally, for selfish reasons. They're just too warm for me, but the light shades have been working perfectly. Moving into the very, very positive of things, we have the Kosas Color and Light Creme little duo here. This one's in Velvet Melon. I did, again, apply this in that one video that I'll link down below. My only complaint about this is it applies very, very lightly. So if you have a deeper skin tone, this may not show up as well on you as it does on me, but it really does give the most natural flush to the skin. And again, you can see it applied in that one video. The highlight is also extremely natural. Lasting power is phenomenal, and I don't have any other products, I don't think, that give this natural of a look. A lot of times blush looks like it's sitting on the skin. Highlight looks like it's sitting on the skin. Not with this. It melds into the skin absolutely beautifully, and I really, really love this product. So thank you, Kosis, for letting me try this, because I never would have purchased this because price point's outrageous. Now, this one caught me completely by surprise. I've been so scared to try this because it has like a separation. If you let it sit, it separates. And of course, I just shook it, so I can't show you, but it separates really ugly. It looks absolutely awful when it separates into, like, it's colored and not colored. Ugh, it's so ugly. But I've used this a couple times and I really, really like it, especially if you have a day job where you can't wear a lot of color. This is perfect. This is a cream shadow. Now, it looks a little scary, but then when you put it on, it actually looks very natural on the lid in comparison to like a Stila glittery bomb craziness. You can tap it in with your fingertip and really make it nice and just give you a nice, beautiful shine on the lid without being overpowering. And I've been talking to a lot of my subscribers recently about how, that they can't wear some of these bright, bold looks as much as they would like to. They need more natural looking options, and this is it, man. Like, look how pretty that is. And the lasting power was fantastic. It didn't crease on me at all, and I do get creasing with some liquid shadows, not with this. I mean, absolutely beautiful. I do want more shades of this. I may purchase some because they are very, very nice. At number 2 is another product that really surprised me. There is a new brand called Alter Ego, and they sent these to me to try, and I absolutely love them. So this is the Goddess palette. This one I've really been loving, but this one's actually currently sold out. So I didn't put this one on my eyes today. I put the other one on my eyes today, but the shades in here are absolutely beautiful. They are meant to be similar to more expensive eyeshadow palettes, but the formula is so good, like really, really good. There was a brand that hasn't put anything out for a while. I don't know if they actually technically still exist or not, called Bad Habit, that no longer produces stuff like this. They are not the same company. I'm just putting that out there. They're not the same company. I've talked to people at Alter Ego. It's different owners, but the quality is very, very similar to what Bad Habit was putting out. I'm just gonna swatch a few of these for you because they are just so incredibly fun. I mean, for reals though, for reals. Swatch a couple of the mattes. I use the shade Avalon a lot. Just really, really beautiful, really pigmented, go on very easily. Don't wipe away when you try to blend. On my eyes today, I do have the Sahara palette, and I'll show you which shades I used. I used Raven, I used Mirage, I used Bronze, and I used Jewel, and a little bit of Savannah. So that's kind of where my look is today. And these are just as beautiful. Actually, I'll do a few swatches of these since this one is the one that is still available. Just, I mean, and the price point is insanely low for the quality of what you're getting. And I'm just putting it out there. Now with dupe palettes, I am a little morally conflicted here and there about, you know, the existence of dupe palettes and that someone else put, you know, the thought and effort into the colors. But honestly, like if you're in that higher bracket of what you're looking for, you're probably not going to buy something like this. This is meant specifically for people that don't have the money or don't want to spend on those very expensive palettes but want the same quality. You're gonna get it. I mean, these both performed absolutely beautifully. Highly recommend. And then last, but definitely not least, I usually say this for one that absolutely surprised me. I was a little scared of the colors in this palette until I put them on my eyes, and then I was like, yes! This is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. I did a full review on this. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. The packaging is beautiful and the shades inside work so well. My only complaint is a little bit of glitter fallout with the shade Prue, but so fun to play with. And one thing I was really surprised about is because these colors are opposite the color wheel, I was worried they were gonna turn really muddy on my eyes. I have not had that problem at all. The shades really hold their own. I love having this row of browns here that help me to kind of maybe go this way, or just put kind of a brown in between the two colors to help them fit together better on the eye. And they're just wonderful shadows. Manny formulated these beautifully, and it's just a really good palette. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just so good. More information on this palette in the video linked down below. Just, it's so good. It's gonna go on display right behind me with my other little books because it's cute too. And my friends, now it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. Leave your thoughts down in the comments section down below if you've tried any of these products or what your experience was. If somebody's comment helps you, make sure you give them a thumbs up, leave them a nice little comment. Let's be a community down there, help each other out. And while you're thumbsing things up, you can thumbs up this video. It tells YouTube that they should share it with other people, you know, because it's a good video. So if you liked it, make sure you like the video. And if you'd like to hang out a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a video for you right down there to watch to hang out. But if you've got to move on with your day, that's fine too. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!